Hey you guys, welcome back to episode 7 of season 2 of Take a Walk. Hope you all are having an excellent week. What are you guys looking forward to that's coming out tomorrow? As for me, there's not really a lot, at least that I know of. I've looked up I have a hard time keeping up with upcoming albums just because there's so much and so much that I listen to. Um, so I don't think there's anything coming out, but I could say that, and like a really big thing that I'm super excited for is coming out. I know Lady Gaga has a new song coming out, which will be nice. I am excited for that. Um, but there's just not, I don't feel like there's a whole lot that I'm exceptionally looking forward to. But what about you guys? What are you guys going to check out? Maybe I'll look up some of the stuff that you guys leave below. Thanks to my mom, I finally got a copy of the works of Bradstreet. And I am loving it. She's a really strong writer, really strong feminist writer for a Puritan time. So many of her poems deal with just gaining women's rights. A lot of the rights she was fighting for was the ability to write, and yeah, obviously it's a minor fight, but like in the grand scheme of things, this is a really groundwork work um, for the like a feminist movement. It's really good. She's a super talented writer, and this book has got probably the majority of her poems in it, and I'm loving it. It is a great read. She is incredibly talented. I'm the type that will listen to music whenever I'm doing something, like I've been reading. So I listen to music while I'm doing it, and Death and All His Friends by Coldplay came on. Wasn't going to be the song of the week. It's going to be now. What a great song. It's been probably, besides Violet Hill, one of my favorite songs of Coldplay ever. It may even beat Violet Hill. It is an amazing song. And so I wanted to throw it onto this playlist because it is good. It's mainly about not, because a lot of Viva La Vida, it goes back and forth between a really dark tone and a really light tone, and the song ultimately is about just not falling victim to all the dark things. Not necessarily being a dark person, but just like not. Part of it's that, but also part of it's just not letting that darkness get to you. You don't want to follow Death and All His Friends. It's a great song. I couple it with The Escapist, because technically The Escapist is a hidden track at the end that's always like in the actual, like it all runs together, though they're two individual songs. But honestly, I'm so used to hearing them just as one track that I count it as all one thing. So yeah, The Escapist and Death and All His Friends is the song for the week. Since I stopped doing reviews, I feel like I've gained a much more healthy relationship with music. As much as I loved making reviews, it kind of became a job, and it's all about like intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. I've taken a psychology class, so I know a little bit about it. But it just became a job, and not listening to music as a whole, but for me it pretty much became, I didn't want to listen to a whole lot of music if it wasn't new music that I was supposed to be consuming. So I'm glad. It's been a big relief, and that's not to say I didn't like doing reviews. I did a lot, and especially like all throughout 2018 and 2017, I loved it. It was so much fun. I just got a little tired of it throughout 2019, which I'm sure you guys noticed, just because I feel like my quality dipped. But yeah, I'm glad. It's been really nice, because now I get to listen to stuff I want to listen to, and it's been fun. I'm still kind of keeping track of my favorite albums, and Tom and I were talking, and we kind of discussed me still doing like a year-end list, which I do want to pursue, because I think I may still do like a best albums of the year, but they'll be the albums that I listen to, which won't be as much as before. and probably much more in the vein of music that I'm into, because while I'm now trying to explore new albums, I've decided I want to try to explore new albums in the realm that I already enjoy. Why should I try to force myself into a bunch of genres? Because like 2019, I talked about really wanting to try out country more. I didn't, but why should I try to force myself to listen to a genre that's just really not my thing? Yeah, there's going to be some albums that like will pique my curiosity, but I'll allow other critics to discover those albums and tell me about them, tell me albums that I should be checking out, or just, you know, maybe catch a single and realize I want to follow this album. Instead, I want to more focus on the genres that I already enjoy and get a deeper understanding and appreciation of the genres that I'm already into. So that's why, like, I especially, like, I'm not pushing, like, I feel like my end of the year list will be a lot of songs or albums rather, that represent what I'm actually into, a lot of indie alternative kind of music, rather than a mishmash of genres, because like I said, I'd rather be listening to some smaller, lesser known indie artists than passing those up to try to listen to a genre that I just don't care about. I don't know, I think that there's two like real ways to look at that. Like, one, you should try to break out of your genre and try to continue to expand your taste, but two, if you know you like something, why, or don't like something, why force yourself to try something else? And why not just try to, because there's so many indie albums I've never listened to. I want to further explore that genre and listen to more awesome stuff that I really enjoy. So that's at least my thought process. I realize it looks like my wheel's always been turned that way this whole time. It's a slightly uneven road, so I keep having to pull towards the center. So I promise it's not level. The camera is level. But yeah. So that's kind of been my thought process. But I do plan to try to still do like a year-end list. I got a couple albums on it already. And apparently March 13th and 14th, I'll be adding a lot more. Like, every artist that I enjoy is coming out with an album right then. I can't think of all of them right now. I know there's another one that I'm not thinking of. But my friend Jack is putting out an album on the 14th. And then Joywave is putting out an album. And Niall Horan's putting out an album. And I know like Dogleg, which is a smaller like emo punk band, they're putting out an album. I'm pretty sure there's some others too, but man, apparently there will be a lot that day. But I'll be driving to Florida, so I'll have lots of time to listen to them. We are having like the first somewhat warm day in a while, and I am very happy about this. I'm just getting so tired of the cold weather. I'm tired of wearing 2 jackets. I'm tired of the cold. It's not been like terrible every day, but like, even especially because like whenever I'm working at the schools, we like, I'll take the kids outside, and I don't really enjoy staying outside for an hour, 30 minutes or whatever, in like 45 to 40 degree weather. It's a little chilly. So I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for it to warm up. It'll be a relief. And just a little shout out to Tom. He sent me this CD, Under the Influence of Giants, the self-titled album. And man, it is good. It's got Aaron Bruno, which is the lead singer of AWOL Nation. And while I like AWOL Nation, I haven't like super got into them. Although ironically, I will be seeing them open for Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness, since I didn't see him that one time in Des Moines because of weather. That was disappointing. Yeah, so because of I've listened to him some, just not a ton. But great album, really solid. Loving the album, been listening to it a lot. So thanks, Tom. So it's a really weird class to be my favorite, but I'm in a grammar class, and it's actually definitely my favorite class that I'm in. It is just really fun. I don't know why. I'm very systematic about things. I like to have like plans and schedules and like lists. And that's like what this class is like you just dissect like the parts of a sentence. And like, so it's very systematic. There's set rules. It's very fun. And that's not to say I don't like to be creative or, break out of the boundaries, but it is a fun, different thing to do, to be like very systematic in a class, especially in an English sort of class. So it's fun to have something different. I really enjoy it. And we recently conducted a study because we were talking about how some people will pluralize media and some people will singularize it. So like if I was to say the media blank coming to the event, some people would say is coming to the event, some people would say are coming to the event. And the technically media is a plural word because it's like based on Latin, so it would technically be a plural word, but a lot of people have made it singular. It was really interesting. So we conducted a study, put it out on we all made a Google form and shared it, and we're doing it based on age because age is a big reason why it's different for some people. It was really interesting, really fun. I really enjoy this class, and I hope you're enjoying the view of the lake behind me. That I decided I'd actually go take a walk for once. And I think with that, I'm going to end this episode. About to head off to work, and honestly, the rest of the evening just won't be that interesting. I'm going to spend some time with some friends and eat. So I feel like that's about all that I'll really have to talk about. So thank you all for tuning into this video. As always, it means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. This is episode 7 of season 2. Crazy that people actually care enough about it. I mean, I expect some people, I expect some of my friends like Ryan or Garrett or Shyok or Tom to watch it. But after that, I don't expect many people to watch it, yet people still do. And that's awesome and exciting to me. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you all later.